it's Cobby. How you guys all doing? Yeah. All right, Saturday morning. I'm having a little bit of coffee, and it's Cobby with coffee. It's pretty good. Pretty cool. How's everybody doing? Oh, you can see old Lucy back there in the chair. Look at her. Just taking it easy back there. She's a good dog. So this is Cobby. All right. Still looking for some people to be watching here. Don't see anybody yet, but sit around here for a while, see if anybody watches. If not, we'll do a little bit talking about some trees today and stuff, and then I'll just post it as a regular thing so everybody can see it. And hope everybody had a great week and everything. And I'm looking over here at the other computer screen for a little bit. I want to adjust something over here so I can see something. And not ignoring anybody if anybody comes on, but I'm just trying to find something here. It's supposed to notification, but I don't see no notification. Anyhow, well, there it is. 1 minute ago. So there we go. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, I just wanted to talk about trees a little bit today. I've been like in landscaping, climbing trees and arborist school and all that stuff and you know, and xeriscape and all this stuff and a bunch of tons of classes and stuff over the years. And you know, a person the other day, they had big ponderosa pine at their house, you know, and had all these trees at their home, and they've never been touched for like oh my gosh, probably about 15 years, maybe even 20 years. Nobody ever had went up in the trees and laced them out, and boy, they were a mess. So they were telling me their neighbor had some guy come over and do the one tree. He charged like $1,300, big tree company, and I said, well, you know what? The tree companies, they do have to spend a lot of money to trim a tree and stuff. I mean, their equipment and stuff, and when they're big, they charge a lot. They get it done fast, but they charge a lot of money. And I said a lot of times they don't even have a real arborist that works for them, and they go through the trees and they cut the trees, but they don't clean their tools and stuff like they should between trees, and they just boom out the trees as fast as possible. Okay, so people were asking me, well, what's the best way to get your tree trimmed and stuff? I says, well, you know, for a lower price when you don't have an income and stuff. And I'm thinking, well, you know what? You're talking to the right person, because I do stuff for free for some people that don't have any money. And a lot of people I do it for dirt cheap. I mean, dirt cheap because they don't have money. So somebody's got to help out these older people, the people that are sick and stuff. Somebody has to help these people out, okay, with their yards, because they want to stay in their homes. They don't want to sell their homes and stuff, but they just can't take care of the big trees and stuff. So I understand that, because I've taken care of big trees and stuff. Probably took care of like 40,000 plants, 17 miles of roadway, and probably 20,000 trees, and you know, over the years. And it's a big job taking care of trees, and it costs a lot of money. So when you got like a ponderosa pine, well, we're talking big tree, you know, 60 feet tall or 100 feet tall. Like I got another person that needs help with their trees, and they got like 6 of them that need to be taken care of. And if they go to a tree company and have that done, we're talking $2,000 to $3,000 a tree maybe nowadays. And you got 6 trees. Whoa, you know, 6 times 2, that's $12,000 just for the 6 trees to trim them out. And a lot of older people, they don't have that money. They hardly have enough money to replace air conditioner or heater or replace the shingles on their house, you know. I see this all the time. It's like, so, you know, I've been in the business for a long time, taking care of landscape and taking care of trees and stuff. I usually work for a big ass association, and you know, got paid that way. So I never made the real big bucks like a tree guys do. Some of them make big bucks. You wouldn't imagine how much money those guys make a year. I mean, the one guy I know, just the maintenance on his equipment, okay, he had like 2 trucks, and the maintenance and his chipper and stuff, and the maintenance on that stuff a year was $1 million. And this is back in the 90s. He spent $1 million a year just to keep the maintenance up on all the trucks, all the chainsaws, and all that stuff. And he only had like 3 guys working for him. And the maintenance is high on that stuff. But you know, they do get it done fast. They get it done real fast. Or you can have halfway retired old arborists like me come and look at your stuff. And if you don't have much money, I still enjoy climbing trees and doing trees. Okay. I have a lot of respect for the tree companies and stuff because their job's really hard and tough. Okay. And I don't want to take anything away from tree companies, but I don't want to go out and work on somebody that has a ton of money and know they can pay you and let them get away with it dirt cheap because they act like they don't have any money and they can't afford it. You know, that's wrong too. Okay. I want to help the people that are really in need, that need the help to get these things done. I don't really care if I make any money. All I care if I get enough money for gas to make the trip to their house and back and maybe buy myself lunch. Okay. I'll spend 3 hours up in your tree. That's about the most I can spend a day. You know, it may take me a while to get your whole tree done, but you know what? You can count on it. It's going to be done right. Okay. I'm going to do it right because I've been trained to do it right. And a lot of these guys haven't been, but when I do a tree and stuff, safety is the #1 thing. And I've seen a lot of these guys climbing trees and stuff, and they're not safe at all. You know, a lot of arborist guys, they're different than the regular tree companies. Usually tree companies, a bunch of guys. A lot of times an arborist guy will work by himself, okay? He will take and throw a rope up into the tree, back over a branch, and bring it back down. That'll be his safety line. He'll tie it off at the trunk of the tree. He'll use things to climb the rope and climb up the rope that way. A lot of them will do it that way. A real arborist guy won't climb a live tree with spikes, okay? If a guy's going to climb a tree with spikes and it's alive, you know what? That's not good, because unless it's like a real hard tree, you can't get up into the tree because somebody cut off too many branches and stuff. You might have to use spikes to get to that point to go on up. And if you can't get the rope to the top of the tree, you might have to do it that way too. But the big thing is safety is the #1 thing if you want to be a tree guy, okay? You have to be safe. You have to look ahead and look at the tree and what you're doing, okay? Just like the tree yesterday, I was up there on the top. I took out my cell phone, you know, and I said, I think I'm getting too old for this stuff, okay? What the problem was, this tree hasn't been done for like 20 years. I'm climbing up in this tree, and it's like you're going through stuff. You got to cut your way through to get up, and you're dropping stuff down, okay? And as you're dropping stuff down, it catches on branches and stuff, okay? Because some of the bigger branches, you're not going to cut off until you come back down. And stuff piles up underneath of you. And then you got to kick your way back down through the tree because the stuff's so thick, you know? So that's a problem with trees that haven't been done for a long time, okay? And when you're up there cutting these branches off and stuff, you have to be paying attention to what you're doing, what you're dropping them on, because you don't want to hit anybody. You don't want to land on anybody or hurt anybody. So you want to clear underneath your tree the whole time you're working. And people need to stay back while you're doing it. And then when I got up to the point where it was about 60 feet up in the big ponderosa pine, I got up there. I took my glove off for a second, and wouldn't you know, I dropped the glove. It goes all the way to the bottom of the tree. So now I'm stuck up in this pine, okay? And pines have this sticky juice stuff, you know, and I'm just like, this isn't going to be no fun at all. And I was just kind of like, okay, pull out the phone, you know, I'm done with this trimming tree stuff. I was thinking in my head, because my glove's clear down there and I want my glove. But I had to do the rest of the job with just one glove on my hand, and I got it done and stuff. And cleaned up the tree, come down and looked up inside that tree, and I said, man, this tree's beautiful now. It can breathe. And it was like 105 degrees too toward the end when I'm about done, or 104 degrees, and it was starting to get hot, you know. And until you open up the canopy, you don't get no air coming through there, and it gets hot inside the tree. But once you get it opened up, then there's a breeze through the tree, and the tree can cool off, and your tree's more happier, you know. And this should really be done probably, you know, between 5 and 10 years. Always should have somebody climb your tree and clean it out. It's going to cost you a lot less money because it's going to be easier for the guy to do it if you have to pay a lot of money to do it. But if you don't have any money, don't worry about it, and you live close around me or something, you need some help with your trees, usually we get it by word of mouth. I don't advertise. I don't run a business or anything. I just, any money I get, I just, you know, pay taxes as labor. And I just try to do things really cheap for people that need it done. And if I have to, I do it for free. You know, they really don't have money and they really in trouble and need something done, do it for free. But I usually only work like 3 hours or 4 hours, and only 4 days a week because I have a bad back. I have scoliosis in my back, and it bugs me, especially if I'm on the ground. If I got to work on the ground and stuff for a long time, my back's done for it in like freaking 3.5 hours. I'm ready to quit working for the rest of the day. Get muscle spasms and stuff, and just that's it. I'm done. I'm going home. Got to get off my back, lay down, go to sleep or whatever, and rest my back. But things happen to you when you get older, you know. That's the way it goes. But if I'm hanging around in a tree, you know, I got one arm above my head, got the other arm behind my head, and I'm cutting with the saw, and 1 foot higher and the other foot lower. Oh, but back lasts pretty good. I can go for like 3 hours or 4 hours maybe in the tree and not even have any back pain. But then as soon as I get on the ground and start walking around, look out, here she comes. You know, tightening up, hurting, makes you grumpy. Back trouble always makes you grumpy, okay? But what I see is there's this big need for retired arborists or retired tree guys that do it right, okay? Guys that do it right, to go out there in their neighborhoods and help the elderly people in their neighborhoods with their trees. No matter where you live, these people need help with their trees. And I think you probably climb until you're 60, maybe 75 years old if you want to continue helping people. As long as you do it safe, you know, it's good exercise to keep climbing. You know, it'll help keep your muscles built up. But say, I'm hoping maybe I can do it till 70. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to try to help as many people as I can that don't have the needs to be able to get these trees taken care of. And that's my goal for the rest of my life, is just to reach out to people and try to help them. And everybody that has a skill like this should do the same thing and stop being selfish with their time and do something with their time. You know, I mean, a lot of churches and stuff, they'll buy food and clothes for people and stuff. But you know what? There's a lot of guys that aren't doing this full time for a living and stuff. And they can go out like I do and help people, you know, just get your bums out there and help people take care of their yards, you know, just help them. There's a lot of elderly people that need help. And when you get old too like that, you might need help too someday. So, you know, if we get this thing started where people just go out there and help people, then you go see America become America again and become a real country like it should be, you know? Back like when we could leave the doors open and walk into our neighbor's house and say hi and hello, and you'd never have to worry about some knucklehead coming to your house, okay? Back in those days, you know, you need some sugar, you go to the neighbor's house, get the sugar out of their thing because they said it's already okay to come over and borrow anything even when they're not home, you know? It's terrible the way the world is now. people are all paranoid, think people are going to get them and stuff, you know, and people go around lying about people all the time and stuff. It's terrible. But you know what can solve a lot of this problem is if people just start reaching out to people and helping people out. You know, there's a lot of handicapped people out there that can't do anything at all for themselves. But there's a lot of older people that can't do anything. They're on walkers, they're in wheelchairs, can't move around very well, and some of them are on oxygen and they can't do stuff. You know, they need help with their properties. They don't want to leave their properties. They have money to stay where they're at, but they don't have the extra money to take care of the maintenance on a lot of stuff. Instead of drive by their house and bitch and complain about them and your neighbors, get your bums over to their house and help them out. That's what people in America are supposed to do. That's how it always was, you know. Anybody watches Little House on the Prairie? You know, watch Little House on the Prairie. Take a look at that. You know, if everybody would learn to treat their neighbors and their friends like Little House on the Prairie, you know how great this country would be. It would really be great then, okay? Because we'd be back like how we used to be. It's this nonsense that people don't help these people. All they do is bitch and complain about the neighbor's place and stuff. Well, tell you what, get off your couch, quit watching all your dumb shows you watch. 3 hours. I'm sure you're watching more than 3 hours of shows every day. You're probably watching 8, 10, 12 hours of show. You don't work anymore. You don't do anything. Get off your couch, go out there and help somebody in your neighborhood that needs help, and quit being a lazy old fart that doesn't do nothing. You know, there's a lot of older people that need help. Help out the elders in the neighborhood. Help out the ones in your town and community where you live. Don't go around bitching and griping because you don't take care of something or don't do something, you know. Get off your lazy buns and help them, you know. I don't know what's wrong with people. You know, they want to bitch and complain about stuff, but they don't want to get out and help. You know, that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're made to do, is to help people. And for some reason, America has totally got away from that structure. And we need to get that structure back in America, where we need to teach the younger generation what they should do when they get a certain age and help other people when they can. And help out as many people as you can. And that's my goal right now in life, is just to help people and take care of things and forget about the naysayers and stuff and just go ahead and do it. You know, old Lucy back there sitting right over my shoulder. Look at her. She's taking it easy again on Saturday morning. Coffee. Got to drink some more coffee. Actually, I haven't been drinking that much coffee at all. I hadn't even did the Saturday morning thing for a while, but I decided to do it again because I was up in that tree kind of complaining and griping, you know, but I'm really helping somebody out. It's like I don't got no reason to gripe or complain. I'm helping somebody out and I'm making their yard look beautiful and fixing their trees and making them look beautiful. And they really needed the help. They needed it really bad. But, you know, there's, you know, and it happens that will help out another neighbor up the road from them that I used to go to church with all the time, and his health's not too good and stuff. You got to help people out. You got to help people out. I mean, some people bulk with you and stuff and think they need to give you more, but they don't have to give, you know, don't look for money, okay? So what I'm saying, look to just help a person out. There's too many guys out there that, oh, I'm after big bucks. I'm after this. I want to get rich. I want to me. You don't have, you know, you don't get nothing out of that. You only get something out of life when you really help somebody, you know. Quit thinking of yourself and help somebody else. So all the ones able to get out and do stuff, you know what? Get off the couch, go find somebody and help them out. Don't buy them food and clothes. Go out and help them out with their yards and their houses and help these people out. They'll be blessed mightily if you just do it. I'm telling you. The blessing's way farther and way bigger than you can imagine. Especially if you're a Christian guy, that's what you should be doing, you know. It really should. You should be reaching out and helping people. I'm not talking about going out preaching to them. I'm just talking about going out and helping people. Get off your duff and get out there. Okay, this is Cobby and coffee. That's pretty good stuff. Yeah, back to climbing trees, okay? If you are an arborist and stuff, you should climb the trees the right way. So use a belt, okay, climbing belt, lanterns. Use 2 of them, not 1. A lot of guys just use 1. Use 2 if you're climbing, okay? Fasten it on the branch below or above. You get above that branch, fasten your second one on the branch above, unfasten your bottom one, climb up another branch, flip-flop all the way up the tree. Always have 1 lanyard fastened to your belt at all times. And guess what that does? That will keep you from falling out of any tree. Also, the video I did, I didn't have my protection on my head, but a good rock climbing helmet will work just fine. They make good arborist helmets too, but you're going to pay like $274 for one of those. And most of the time, all you need is your handsaw. You can go up through the tree with a handsaw, maybe some hand crones, depending on what kind of tree you're doing, you know. And some of them, the stuff is dead broke, and you break it off, and it breaks clear back inside the limb. You have to know your trees and stuff. Most of you guys that do this, but the thing is to stay safe. Stay super safe. Use 2 lanterns. Use a belt. Hook on a branch. Make sure you're hooked onto a branch all the time or around a tree. However, you're climbing that tree, make sure 1 lanyard always fastened. Never unfasten both at the same time. And that's going to prevent you from falling out of the tree. Now, the rope thing's good too, to have the safety line. But a lot of times you can't throw up in there and get that where you want it. It's pretty hard to do. But some guys are good enough, they can do it every time. But when you got a tree that's like 100 feet tall, it's pretty hard to get that up there and then climb up the rope. So the 2 lanyards and the belt, I, for years, been using this method. I think it's one of the best ways to keep and prevent you from ever falling out of the tree. And just get you a big ladder that you can reach up to the first branch to start on and start climbing your way up in the tree. And you'll feel safe all the time too when you have yourself locked into a branch. And be careful and get out there and help people. That's what we need to do. So I'm kind of like just talking to other tree guys that are semi-retired or whatever. Use your skills, keep using them after you're done working, and still help other people. You know, they need help. People need help. And I say, if you're under 70 years old, you can still do stuff, okay? There's a lot of people out there doing stuff clear up into their 80s nowadays even. But, you know, if everybody would just take the time out of their lives and quit doing everything for theirself and start thinking about somebody else, do you know the change that would make in this world? You'd see a lot of these older people that are grumpy and moody and mean all the time, maybe not be that way anymore. Maybe not. The ones that don't change, forget about them. They're never going to change. They're going to stay that way. They're still going to call people liars. They're still going to walk around neighborhoods and act like they know more than everybody else. Forget about those people. Those people are just naysayers. They just go around saying bad stuff about people. It's not even true. Forget about them. Forget they even exist. Push them out of your life. Forget about them. They don't exist anymore. Who cares about them? You know, let them take care of themselves. And then when they really get old, they're going to find themselves all alone by themselves, and they won't be able to do their shit, and they'll really regret their lives. The guys that aren't that way and stuff, reach out. Help those people. And you can tell those guys right away, too, because they got an attitude right away. Just walk away from them. Don't help them. They don't deserve any help. But the people that are nice, and there's a lot of nice older people out there that need the help, get out there and help them. Give them a hand around their house. Put some paint on their house. Clean up their yard. Help them out. Get rid of the junk around their house that they don't need anymore. They need help. Let's not be a country where we don't get out and help people anymore. Let's be a country we go out and help people. We need to go out and help people. That's really what we need to do here in America. Okay. Cobby with Cobby. I think I'm going to call this one a wrap. Talk to y'all later. God bless and all that stuff. Turn up the music here. Now I'm going to take it out. And nice talking to everybody that watches the video. If you haven't subscribed to my station, please subscribe and keep watching my videos. And I'll keep making more videos. I got some more footage of some more stuff flying around up in the sky. And I'm putting that together for another video. So that one will be coming out pretty soon. But haven't had much time to work on it because I've had to do some other stuff. But I will be putting that up as soon as possible. And keep watching. And I hope you enjoy my videos. And let me see. I think that's about it for today. And I'm going to say, same old good old stuff, God bless to everybody. Take care. This is Cobby out. See you next time. Take you out with some music. Old Lucy's right here beside me. Come here, Lucy. Oh, come here, Lucy. It's okay. Come over here, Lucy. Woo! There's Tango. Yeah, come here, Lucy. Over here. Up here, Lucy. Tango. Right. Yeah, let's play some ball. Yeah.